Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. This is episode 206, and you already know the deal. I got 5 print-on-demand niches coming down the pipeline that are going to see an increase in demand in the near future, 4 of which I can guarantee, and number 5 is a personal choice of mine that you've heard me talk about before. I was correct last time I predicted it, and I am predicting again that it's going to see a surge in popularity. The nice thing about this one, I'm keeping it a secret by the way till we get to number 5, is that it's not easy to forecast. So I'm excited to show you what it is. Let's get to it. Let's kick things off with an Amazon merch sales update. In the last 7 days, I made 395 sales. 294 came from the US market. I kept $1,100 of profit on $5,763 in revenue. And I made about another 101 sales from the international markets. If you guys caught my video, or if you missed my video actually, I will link to it in the YouTube cards right here, where I talked about my plan to potentially double my income from Amazon merch because I skipped uploading to a lot of these international markets. And if I go back, or if I just kind of delete and then moving forward, enable all products on all international markets, I will be in a much better place. I'm seeing it firsthand through other people's accounts. If you want to follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, you can see my daily sales updates as motivation. All right, here are the top 10 best-selling shirts. I'm going to hide myself because I always block the bottom right. And to nobody's surprise, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel and following my top 5 niches of the week videos, you already knew the Kentucky Derby was coming and that these shirts were going to be in high demand. Of course, we talked about keyword strategy. And since this was yesterday, by the way, no need to sell Derby, horse racing, etc., because it's going to see a decline in demand. Not that there aren't other horse races, but this is the big one, okay? So now we can move on to other niches. And of course, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way. It is, in fact, May 5th. So hopefully you guys are doing whatever you need to do to celebrate. I'm going to go pick up some Mexican food, take it over to my parents' house after this. All right, let's get rolling. Niche number 1 this week, and I kind of went in like a linear kind of sequential order. So we're starting with the closest upcoming major trend. You might be able to predict this one. How about Mother's Day? On May 12th, if you're in the low Amazon merch tiers, however you define that, tier 10, tier 25, tier 100, maybe even 500, the easiest way to lock in short-term sales and get eligible for the next tier up, which should be top priority because the tier ups don't come as often anymore, you need to be where the highest demand is going to be. And that, of course, is going to be Mother's Day. Now, there's different ways to get after it. I mean, obviously, you don't just want to make a shirt that says Happy Mother's Day. You're going to struggle to sell that. Think about it from the Amazon algorithm perspective. They've got 100,000 Mother's Day shirts. And when someone searches for Mother's Day shirt, they have to figure out like what, 40 shirts to show on page 1. And no one goes past page 1 in terms of the shoppers. So try to be strategic, sub-niching, cross-niching. You can see here I made a couple notes. It's not just Mother's Day for mom, but it's for stepmoms. It's for grandma. It's for your aunts. It's for surrogates. Lots of ways to get after it, guys. All right, moving on. Niche number 2. Haiti Flag Day. It's not going to sell as many shirts as Mother's Day, but guess what? There's going to be demand. Look at the current BSRs. So this is May 18th, Haiti Flag Day. Obviously, a lot of similar color schemes being used, to nobody's surprise, the colors from the Haitian flag. BSRs, 25,000, 48,000, 59,000, 60,000, 64,000. Basically, average BSR of the top 10 looks to be around 60,000. And that is indicative of decent demand. When we get to within probably 7 days of the 18th for Flag Day, you're going to see probably the biggest spike in interest. So Haiti Flag Day needs to be on your radar. If I had to choose a shirt that I like from the Flag Day designs, I like this It's in My DNA design. I didn't actually trademark search it, and sometimes I feel bad if it is trademarked, so why don't we just do that in real time? It's in my DNA. We're on the USPTO website, and we have a live registered, no, that just says my DNA. What I like to do is, honestly, when I get to this screen, I will then do a Control F search and see if I get any exact matches. The apostrophe does in fact matter. When I added the apostrophe, we see 2 matches, but both are dead trademarks, and you do need to renew your trademarks, otherwise they go to dead status and you don't have to worry about them. So you should in fact be able to sell this. And I've seen this work in previous years across different niches, not just Haiti. So if you're looking to scale out designs as well for different, flags, different color schemes for different countries, this could be one that you want to save. Also, shout out to Haiti. Me and Marielle were there on a cruise like 5 months ago, so wanted to shout that out. This is us on a, they said it was a private island. I don't know the backstory. You know how it is with cruise ships. You get off, they sell you on some excursion, and that was us right there, drinking Haitian beers as well, of course. Shout out to them. Niche number 3. Oh, before we get to niche number 3, guys, check out my free print-on-demand mini course. It is linked in the description. If you give me your email address, I send you 1 lesson a day for 20 days. It is quite thorough, and it's free. And check out my print-on-demand Facebook group as well, linked in the description. Niche number 3, how about speech therapy day? Again, is it Mother's Day? You know, is it going to sell a fraction? I mean, is it going to sell as many shirts as Mother's Day? No, it's going to sell a fraction as many. But who cares, right? It's predictable demand. And what I love about it is it's not on that many people's radars. You know what I mean? A lot of people, the common sentiment when they sit down is, oh, it's May, let me sell some Mother's Day stuff. Or maybe you're thinking further down the line, I'm going to sell Father's Day. How many people are overlooking speech therapy day? Probably everybody, or, you know, not everybody, but close. Not anymore, though. So there's lots of different ways to approach this. I mean, literally, there's a lot of different ways to approach it. Figure out what works for you. A lot of different, you know, and I'm seeing in the top 10 here, you just see a lot of the repetitive design styles that work reliably. That's what I'm seeing when I look at this. You know what I mean? Predictable stuff. And then you've got, of course, these two kind of sign language ones, which I would not have known to do, but when you see it working, you know, take note, right? BSRs, 20,000, 27,000, 30,000, 33,000, 35,000, 37,000, 38,000. So you're getting better BSRs here than with Haiti Flag Day, right? And if you are not already on Creative Fabrica, they actually dropped the price. So if you use my link, it's $3.99 a month. $4. Like if you sell one t-shirt on Amazon merch at $19.99, you're covering your monthly fee for Creative Fabrica. So hard to beat that, guys. You don't just get pre-made designs. You get, I mean, a lot of things. You get the tools, you get the fonts. The fonts, honestly, I like text-based designs. I think the fonts make it worth it. So check that out, linked in the description. Moving on, niche number 4 today. How about Armed Forces Day and Memorial Day? So Armed Forces Day, May 21st, Memorial Day, May 27th. Be careful in these niches. I always like to remind you that I have a video called Is This Niche Safe? And it isn't just talking about the content policy or looking up trademarks. There's also more you can do to keep your merch account safe. You don't want a bunch of rejections. Like, I don't know from firsthand experience because I would never try to upload a shirt that says Army. Sometimes you build up your vibes, right? And I'm 7 years invested. My vibe is that I don't want to risk that, right? But you see them here behind me and you might think, oh, well, then they're safe. And I don't know, right? Also, the merch algorithm evolves over time, as hopefully everybody knows. Like things that used to be okay, it can just switch and say, no, we don't want these anymore on our platform. And they're not even trademarked, right? So just be safe. My Is This Niche Safe video, I will link to in the description and in the YouTube card. So check that out. If you haven't seen it, it is well worth the, 7-8 minutes or whatever that it takes to watch it. The point though is niche number 4, the armed forces, armed services shirts are going to be, military services are going to be selling, right? But you might need to find a strategic, tactical way to sell within this niche to avoid rejections. And I'm not even talking about like IP infringement rejections. I'm just saying that the merch algorithm is a little bit weird when it comes to this space specifically. And here's the design that I liked. I just wanted to highlight because it's got kind of that grit to it, the grungy effect. It's got the American flag integrated, some weapons integrated, which by the way, if you do, make sure, of course, not to offer it in the youth size per the content policy. Just a reminder. Just wanted to share that too. All right, now the moment you've been waiting for. Niche number 5, I hyped it up a little bit because I hand selected this. It's not a calendar niche. It's just, well, there's a little bit more to it than just me randomly saying, hey, I think this is going to be trending soon. I love to follow financial markets, and specifically my favorite financial market is cryptocurrency markets. All right, I just, what can I say? I love me some Bitcoin. All right, I think based on the charts that I do for myself in TradingView, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Probably most don't, but that's all good. My personal projection is that in the next probably week or two, we should have a definitive direction established for the next move in Bitcoin, which has consolidated for the past couple months, really, I think, maybe 2 or 3. I know for most people, it's just number on screen go up or number on screen go down. Is it a red day? Is it a green day? But there's obviously a lot more to it than that if anybody's ever taken time to look at charts and whatnot. And I'm going to, go out on a limb here and say it's most likely going to be an upward move for a lot of reasons. This is not an investing channel or an investing episode. But when that happens, I know you guys remember, you've seen it. It wasn't that long ago when euphoria follows. People like to wear t-shirts with their favorite cryptocurrency or whatever it is they're invested in, right? It could be gold, it could be silver, etc. When you get, things like, what are we valued in? US dollars. When you see rapid devaluation of US dollars, what happens? They reprice the assets that we price in US dollars. And what happens? It puts upward pressure, right? Number go up, right? Number of US dollars that we valued in go up. People get euphoric. They feel happy about their investments. They feel rich, hopefully. And then they want to buy a t-shirt, right? Not a bold prediction, but I did call this coming into 2024. And if anybody acted on that beyond just making t-shirts, you are probably doing quite well. I know I had some very, very nice months per the positioning that I basically publicly shared here, if you're paying attention. Anyways, not to toot my own horn either, right? You could have just sold t-shirts and been just fine, but also having the investments too doesn't hurt. So Bitcoin to me is representative of the crypto markets as a whole and really the macro environment for investing. Typically, it all kind of moves, ebbs and flows together, although sometimes money rotates from one to the next and one might go up while the other goes down. I think Bitcoin will be breaking out soon in the next, let's just say in May. How about that? In May, if I had to put a time on it. And I chose this shirt as one that I liked. It's the evolution style design where you've got the like ape walking into it, turning into a man. And I like one also where it turns back into a sheep. That's a personal favorite of mine. I have that shirt. But in this case, he's turning into an astronaut and going to the moon, right, with his cryptocurrencies. So I like that. All right, emerging trends. These are shirts that are outperforming their 3-month average BSR. So their current BSR versus their 3-month average BSR. And they're outperforming the 3-month. So check that out. These could be emerging trends. Of course, also always be safe. Like the college designs, I would not recommend selling. Looking ahead, here we go. These are all smaller calendar niches, at least a month out. So you have time to prepare. June 5th, Hot Air Balloon Day. June 6th, D-Day for World War II. June 7th, National Donut Day. June 8th, Best Friends Day. And June 10th, Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. And you could do some cool designs with the dragon boats because they are so colorful and vibrant. AI could probably do some cool ones too. All right, let's look at the archive and see what was selling well 11 months ago that may be indicative of what will be selling well 1 month from today. So you've got a lot of Father's Day designs and you've got some Pride designs and some Juneteenth designs as well. No surprises there. Last but not least, removed designs. These were all pulled from Amazon, either by the seller or by Amazon in the last 2 weeks. And I know at least the Field Day design, because isn't that trademarked? So that one's not surprising. But these other ones, take a look and see if you can figure it out. Some baseball designs for some reason. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Check out my full print-on-demand course linked in the description. Shows you step-by-step how I make 6-figure passive income profits every year since 2019 from print-on-demand. And check out my private community. I do 2 live weekly calls every single week. Easiest way to work directly with me and help me consult and help you out, basically. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.